Hello and welcome. This is David Cameron Gikandi, your host, and I'm very glad to have you here and thank you for your time that you've taken to come here. Now, in this video, I want us to look to demystify internet marketing for your business. What is internet marketing? Internet marketing is generating sales and or capturing leads from customers that are searching on the internet. Traditionally, it was search engine optimization. You typically build a site, apply the black art of indexing links, meta tags, directories, etc., and then you'd hope it shows up on Google someday, and you'd hope it shows up with the right keywords, or in other words, what people are typically typing for when they search for whatever it is you're selling, product or service. Now, it went ahead and grew to include pay-per-click. For example, Google's AdWords. You know those three-line ads that show up on the right side of your search engine results when you Google something? Those are called Google AdWords. And they also include things like Microsoft's Ad Center ads, Yahoo's ads, and a few other similar properties. So typically, one would build ads around keywords and pay for everyone that clicks on those ads and visits the site. That's how the pricing model works for those ads. It's called pay-per-click. Now, the future is social networking sites such as Facebook, Twitter, Dig, MySpace. That's where the future is. Now, why use search engine optimization? Basically, because you get free traffic. In other words, if your website is appearing on the first page of a Google search for a particular term, you're gonna get a lot of free traffic every single day, and you don't have to pay for it. That's why people typically try and optimize their websites for the search engines. Now, what causes bad experiences with search engine optimization? Often, websites are never even indexed at all. In other words, Google doesn't even know the website exists. You'd be surprised. A lot of people think, oh, Google has everything covered. No. Quite often, if you just build a basic website and do nothing, Google may never even know that website exists. Now, if and after a site gets indexed, they're usually not indexed by the search terms that the website owner would like. Or put in other words, you might think your website is about, for example, dental or dog training or something, but the search engine sees it differently. So what the search engine sees is not necessarily what you think you see, or even what your customers see. Now, website owners quite often have no idea what such terms would really best drive traffic. There are thousands of people on this planet, and we don't all think alike. So what you might think is the right search term to optimize for your business may be the worst, because most people might actually be looking for it in a different, using different kind of words. Now, another thing is fresh content is important, but it's hard to keep up with and organize. If your website has the same old page that you put up last week or 10 months ago, Google kind of like considers it old news. So you always need new fresh content for your website to be ranked well. Also, you need links coming into your website from other authoritative and similar websites. So when Google sees that other websites similar or in your business are linking back to your website, then it considers your website important. Now, it's difficult to build these backlinks. Domain age also comes into play when it comes to search engine ranking on a typical search results page. A brand new domain that was purchased or registered yesterday is it could be spam, it could be nobody knows, it doesn't have a track record. So Google actually checks to see how old is your domain name. If your domain name is 4 years old or 7 years old, it carries way more importance and credibility in Google's eyes than a brand new domain name just registered yesterday. Now, on top of all that, it's hard work, tedious, and time consuming to do search engine optimization. If you do it right, of course, you're going to get tons of free traffic, targeted traffic, but to actually do it right is really hard work. It takes time, and to be honest with you, no one really understands how Google decides who gets listed and in what order. That is Google's corporate secret. Can you make sure your website ranks on the top page? Yes, depending on what you're looking for, yeah, but you can generally do it. Can you do it for local businesses? Hell yes, it's much easier to do it for a local business than it is for like a global search term. You can, even though you don't understand how Google's going to decide, there are ways of improving your chances to pretty much 99% that you'll get ranked up highly. Now, let's look at pay-per-click. Why would you want to use pay-per-click? Because it's very fast. Search engine optimization can take weeks, months, or even years to show results. If you do it right, it can be several days actually, but there's no predicting it as to exactly when it's going to show up, even though you can guarantee that it will show up. Compare that with pay-per-click. The minute you set up an account, you can have your ads showing within 5 minutes. You can be promoting your site and getting targeted visitors in minutes or hours. Number two, it provides a path for your search engine optimization. Now, in other words, because you're getting results so fast, you get to test and get to know what terms you should optimize for. What sites, what searches, for example, are making you money and which ones are not. And once you get that results, then you can go ahead and do your search engine optimization based on those keywords. When you do it correctly, also, you can yield very profitable results because you can track your ROI and you can get to know exactly what keyword is making you money, what's not, and how much it is making you. Also, it's a great testing platform, very highly targeted, and you can test things like, what time of day is good for your business, what geographic areas are getting you good profits, keywords and phrases, which ones, what content networks should you be on, what kind of placement campaigns. You get immediate feedback. You know what you're getting for your money. That's the complete opposite of, let's say, for example, Yellow Pages. You get very good, accurate, and plentiful tracking opportunities with pay-per-click advertising. And another reason to use it is because your competition is either already using it or will soon be using it, so you might as well. Now, why do people have bad experiences with pay-per-click? Because they don't do it for a living. It's very powerful, and doing it well is very complex. Now, Google's rules, tips, and tricks. You need to understand those. You need to understand Google's rules on relevance. What does Google consider relevant to be? If you don't understand that, then you're going to have problems setting up good campaigns. You need to understand how to do keyword groupings. You don't want to, you see, Google ads are grouped in something called an ad group. Now, if you bunch 10 keywords, for example, in one big ad group, you're going to get a very bad, poor result. What you need to do is have thousands of keywords in individual ad groups. Can you imagine how long that would take? You might not even be able to imagine how long that would take because you probably never logged into Google AdWords to have a look. But if you had logged into a Google AdWords account, you'd realize that setting up thousands of keywords in their own individual ad group is something that literally, if you're going to do it manually and you don't know what you're doing, could take you months, even if you're working at it every day. Then you also need to understand how Google's quality score system works. If you don't, you'll have a bad time. Another reason why people have bad experience with PPC is that they have landing pages that are not targeted. A landing page is the page where a person who clicks on your ad is taken to. So if your landing page is not built well and it's not targeted, then if, for example, all your ads are clicking and going into your homepage, you're going to not make money. You need a separate landing page for every single keyword ad. And remember, you're having thousands. So you can imagine, literally, I'm telling you, you need thousands of landing pages as well. You can do it all in smart automated ways if you know what you're doing. So that would take, a whole lot shorter, literally hours rather than months if you know what you're doing. Then you need to understand the whole concept of click-through rates. There are things that affect whether an ad will be clicked or not. For example, is it capitalized? Is it, there's a whole bunch of rules to it. So thank you very much for your time and for being here. I really appreciate it. I know your time is very valuable. Now, for more information and to get started, just go to www.ahappypocketfulofmoney.com. Thank you.